Once again,
we're still on June 2007 paper, and now it's question 9. I just winked at the camera, I can't believe I did. Right, the polynomial f of x is given by x cubed plus 6x squared plus x minus 4. Show that x plus 1 is a factor of f of x. So how do we do this? What do we do? Go on, Ben.
So x is minus 1 and then sub the minus 1.
Okay. So for part 1, x is minus 1 if x plus 1 is a factor. And we're going to sub that in. So we're going to have f of minus 1 is minus 1 cubed plus 6 times minus 1 squared plus minus 1 minus 4. What does this need to equal if it's going to be a factor? 0. So let's hope it does.
Hold on.
Keep up, Corey. So what have we got?
Minus 1.
Minus 1.
Minus this. Plus 6.
Plus 6. Because it's minus 1 squared. Okay. Minus 1. Minus 4. Which is 0. Therefore, x plus 1 is a factor. Good start. The next part of this then, bless you, part B, hence find the exact roots of the equation f of x equals 0. 6 marks. What do they expect you to do at this point here? You know, when the person wrote the exam question, in their mind they were thinking the students are going to do this at this point. We've got one factor, you've got to find the other factors to get the roots. What do you think that? You have to factorise it, and for 6 marks, they probably wanted you to do long division. So you can do long division. If you want to do long division, if that's the method you're most secure with, then do long division. We know that one of the factors is x plus 1, so actually we could think it through the other way. We know that we're going to have x cubed, what was it, x cubed plus 6x squared plus x minus 4. We know that that is x plus 1 times something, don't we?
Yes.
Now long division would tell us what is something, or we could just think it's 3.
Yes, we could.
Because in order to get this minus 4 here, we do plus 1 times whatever goes in that gap. So what must be in that gap?
Plus 4.
Must be minus 4.
Minus 4, yeah.
So we'll put minus 4 in that. To get x cubed at the start, we must do x times whatever goes there.
Squared.
So that must be an x squared.
Yeah.
And now the tricky bit is working out what goes in the middle. To get a 6x squared there, well, what have we got? We would have 1 times x
We'll
squared.
just be 6x from that.
5.
Well done, Thomas. That would give us 1x squared. That needs to give us another 5 to add up to the 6. So this must be a plus 5x. Can we check the x bit? That would give us 5x
Minus
minus 4x,
which
gives us x. So it's right. Brilliant. So that did that. It did say find the roots. Can we factorise this any further?
Yes.
Say it louder so the video can hear. Whisper loudly.
Yes.
Can we?
No. Yes.
I don't think it. For some reason, I've just written the same thing again. But this doesn't factorise, does it?
No, of course it isn't.
I reckon there was a clue in the question to the fact that this wasn't going to give us nice whole number factors. What was the wording? Exact roots. That's it. So exact means we're going to end up getting something in third form. So how are we going to find the roots of this bit here? Put it into the quadratic formula. So we've got x equals minus 1 as one of the roots. The other one would be x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Or
It's going to be the main story.
He's not even on it, he's just Dave. Well, half a Dave.
Thanks, Kiwi.
Alright.
That was on the video. Add your own commentary, why don't you? This is on the
You
video.
just did.
Right, what does this give us?
I'm making a scene.
That's 25 plus 16, is that right?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So it's 40.
Yes, it is.
40.
41, well done.
Over 2. There we go, so there are roots.
I've just done 40.
X equals minus 1, or minus 5 plus or minus root 41 over 2. Not a great answer, but there we go. Now, Tom, next bit. Show that the equation can be written, that equation can be written in the form f of x equals 0. So we're going to take that equation now and use all our laws of logarithms and that kind of stuff. All right?
One second.
Okay.
I just want to write it down so that I've got it good.
That's great. I'm just going to take it onto the page.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it sounds pretty
Good. There it goes. Right. So we've got to do something with that. The first slide we wrote today was the laws of logarithms. So pick a law of logarithms and do something with it. Anybody?
Log base.
Just let's take things one at a time.
Would it be the
4x minus plus 2 over x. And then you have it plus 2 over.
Okay. Well, let's do things one at a time. The first one, the 2, is going to make that an x plus 3 squared, isn't it? But what you just told me is that these two can combine to give us log base 2 of x over 4x plus 2. Okay. So we've got that. I think what we need to do with this is to get everything together, isn't it? And then we can see where we can go next.
Is that 4x?
So that is,
No, does that say
yeah,
4x?
that says 4x.
I just can't read it.
Thanks. All right. What we're going to do next?
We are going to,
Put this together.
yeah, we did put that on.
We're adding 2 logarithms.
So we times it.
So we times this thing small. So we're going to have x times x plus 3 squared over 4x plus 2 equals 1. Again, this was on the first slide. We've got log base 2 of this thing equals 1. So what's this thing equal to?
2.
Yeah.
2. Okay, so this thing, x plus 3 all squared over 4x plus 2 must be 2. Because 2 to the 1 equals that, equals 2.
no.
Now we need to expand all this out again. We've got x times x plus 3 squared equals twice 4x plus 2. And what are we going to do with all of this, with the brackets? Multiply it out. So what do you get when you multiply out x
X
plus 3?
squared.
Okay.
Actually, no, we're not.
Oh yeah, x squared, yeah. Plus 9.
Oh,
6x.
Plus 6x.
Why?
Plus
Oh yeah, plus 6x plus 9. I'm sorry, no.
Is it 8x plus 4?
Don't laugh at me. I'll give you something by mistake.
X cubed.
You.
6x squared
Christian.
plus 9x is 8x plus 4. And now we get everything over to one side.
Stop making eye contact with the camera.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Such a pose.
You're ruining the shot.
You want to see the ball, not
It's
you.
just your amazing camera work, Chris.
Cheers.
Panning around the room. Nice.
I reckon you should walk.
Was that what we were supposed to get? X cubed plus 6x squared plus x minus 4.
Is that right?
X cubed plus 6x squared plus x minus 4. Wow, we are good. Right, now explain, that's done that bit. Explain why this equation has only one real root and state the exact value of this root. Okay, well hang on.
Why it has what? One real root?
This equation, let's remember this equation which was f of x equals 0, this is the last part of that question, that equation has roots, it has 3 roots, doesn't it? It has the roots x equals -1, x equals, what did we have as that value? -5 plus or minus root 41 over 2. So it had -5 plus root 41 over 2, and it had -5 minus root 41 over 2. Right. And we're saying that these 3 points here are the roots of this equation. And we want to know why this equation only has 1 root. Tell me something about the kind of numbers that you can put into a logarithm. What can you find the log of? If you're doing log base 2, log base 2 of 4, you could work that out, couldn't you? Because log base 2 of 4 is going to be 2. 2 squared is 4. A half you could do, because log base 2, stop pointing at Ben. log base 2 of a half would be -1, because 2 to the -1 is a half. What power would you need to raise 2 to get a minus number? Like, let's say -4.
Minus. No.
Is there any power of 2 that gives you an answer of -4?
No, because you can't get minus with
You can't do it. You can't do it. All right. So x in this equation has to be positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to normal.
Back to this equation then. Not all of those are positive. For log base 2 of x to be defined, x must be bigger than 0. That has to be true. Alright, well, x equals -1 isn't bigger than 0, so that one's no good. X equals -5, well, -5 minus root 41 over 2, that must be negative. -1 is less than 0. -5 minus root 41 over 2 is less than 0. We haven't got a numerical value for that, but is that going to be...
Yes,
It's
it's
gonna be great.
like 0.7 or so.
It's going to be bigger than 0, isn't it? Because root 41 is bigger than 5, so -5 plus that must be positive divided by 2. So that one is positive. -5 plus root 41 over 2 is bigger than 0. Therefore, the only root is -5 plus root 41 over 2.
Good job, Dave.
If you listen to this lesson, bless you. Peace out.
Stop now.